Mayor's Council of Guam President Jesse Alig joining us now. Mayor, to say that the aftermath of the storm is rough is putting it lightly. The catastrophe, it's a disaster. Like you said, it's a mess.
Yes, it's a mess. I mean, we're looking at 4 days already into recovery. It could be five, 4 days perhaps into recovery, um, and it's hard. It's been hard. We've really tried our best as mayors and vice mayors to do what we can to keep our people safe before the storm, and during the storm. Even though mayors were not supposed to go out in condition one, there were some mayors that had to go out during condition one. And now that we're in condition four and supposed to recover, it's very difficult. I mean, 4 days and we still have no heavy equipment purchase orders to clear the roads. 4 days, and mayor's offices have to use their own money to hire their own heavy equipment vendors to clean village streets. This is an emergency. There's emergency funding, there's emergency procurement. We all know this from the pandemic. This is not new to us. And we can't say that the storm is something we've never been through. We've been through this many times. I mean, and you can't, yes, I do want to compare the storm to 20 years ago. And 20 years ago, we did not have the communication that we have today. And so you can't blame it on the cell phone service that we did not have throughout the storm and throughout this recovery, because 20 years ago, we didn't have these phones, but we also didn't have this mess of a recovery. It is a mess. It's a mess because tempers are high, are flaring, because we need help. Our people need help. I've always said we need to be there for the people. We're politicians, but as mayors and vice mayors, we're more than just politicians. We don't just play by party rules. We play by people rules. And the thing is, we see our people, we live with our people. And we're not jiving anybody that we have a big mess on the streets. We're not jiving anybody that people can't pass and get out of their homes. We're not jiving anybody that there's no water and that there's no power. Gosh, if we don't have water and we don't have power and we don't have heavy equipment and we don't have chainsaws, what do we have? We have our two hands. All of our staff, including ourselves, are out trying to clear the mess on our streets. All of us are trying to recover, but we need the help. We're so quick to say FEMA's here. Oh, there's a news story. FEMA's here. Head of FEMA. Gosh, the president of FEMA, the director of FEMA, all of those FEMA people can be here, but it's useless to have FEMA if we have no heavy equipment, if we have no chainsaws. So yes, I'm just merely asking for a chainsaw and for heavy equipment for the 19 villages to clean up so that we can recover, so that we can help our people survive with the little water they have, with the no power that they have, because we can't survive without power. The no water situation, that was a mess in itself. How many people were calling me throughout the recovery time asking for water, for a water buffalo, a water tank? But guess what? There's an excuse. There's an excuse as to why there's so many water tanks, there's so many water containers, but not in the people's hands. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't get paid six figures to figure that out. But I do get paid enough to take that water to the people if they give it to me. But that wasn't even given to us. People need to drink water. Nick, 4 days out. Is it 4 days or 5 days? There's still no drinking water. Still no drinking water that we can pass to our people. Yet there's a boil water notice. Staging sites for green waste. Has the media received staging sites for green waste? Because how many days into recovery? Where are people going to put their green waste? And what are we supposed to do? Not burn. Oh, don't burn. Don't burn, but don't put it anywhere either. So, you know what? I told my people, go ahead and burn. Go ahead and burn, because you know what? I know you can burn and you can put out the fire and you're going to watch that fire. So burn it. Burn it, because where else are you going to put it? Burn it, because then there won't be any invasive species. We're worried about invasive species. Well, guess what? We need to worry about where's the staging site. And even now, if a release went out, you're not going to get 19 village sites. You're going to get a handful of village sites. Why? Because they're not manned. Everybody has a problem. Everybody has an excuse. But let's go back to the real reason. The people of Guam don't care about our excuses. The people of Guam don't care that we don't have a guard. The people of Guam don't care that we don't know left from right. The people of Guam expect a security guard, expect a staging site. And then, yes, of course, people want to know where they're going to put their roof that blew off, where are they going to put the wood and all the other construction material debris that broke during the typhoon. We don't know where to put it, so put it on Route 1. I am telling people to put it on Route 1 because that's what DPW is going to clear. So put it where DPW is going to clear it, and DPW will clear Route 1. Or take it to San Vittori's Road because tourism is important to us. And that's where it's going to get cleared because we don't have a staging site. Do we tell people, residents, to put it on the side of the road, curbside? No, because who's going to pick it up? We don't know who's going to pick it up. So people complain about, oh, well, you guys in Piti, you're clearing. Of course we're clearing because I'm not going to wait. I'm going to use my office money to hire my own heavy equipment and start moving. So that's what we're doing. So we do have a staging site in Piti. Is there a guard? No. Is there supposed to be a guard? Yes. Is FEMA going to reimburse us? Probably not, because Jesse Alig didn't follow the rules on the staging site. But rules, we're in an emergency. Those rules should have been ironed out pre-storm, which they were, Nick. They were. Because at our pre-storm meeting, at our first heavy weather briefing, EPA asked all the mayors, do you have a staging site? Every mayor replied. So they had time between that meeting, during the storm, and right after the storm to figure out whether mayor from whatever village has a site that is proper or improper. But again, we're going to wait. We're going to wait because the people of Guam can wait, I guess. But the people of Piti can't wait. So the people of Piti are going to get as much as they can get with whatever I can do. And my frustration level is just off the charts because I have been trying to sorry, I don't know if you got cut off. I was kidding, but I have been trying to be level-headed about it because I have to also be concerned about my 18 other colleagues that have to deal with the same situation. And I feel for the larger villages who have more schools to worry about, who have more facilities to worry about because they're not getting the help. But you know what? Because we're patient, because people think we can wait 4 or 5 days in an emergency to get help, perhaps the help will come now. But it is frustrating that people want to know what they're going to do. They don't know. We don't know what to tell them. So yes, you'll see that I did instruct my residents to place your trash where they're going to pick it up, and it's Route 1. So of course people say, oh no, you can drop it at GSWA. Oh, at GSWA, let's talk about GSWA. You cannot tell me GSWA cannot plan that after a storm you're going to have trash. And so they're going to open at 9 o'clock. My staff gets to GSWA before 9 o'clock so that they make sure that you get in line and get dumped. But somewhere after 9 o'clock, they're not gonna be ready for another 2 hours because they have to prepare their site. By golly, what were you doing yesterday? Is it a holiday? The storm wasn't going to wait for a holiday. So I'm just saying that there's so many different pieces to this puzzle, to this recovery puzzle. And I think every piece has enough manpower, has enough brains to figure it out, but it's not working. And it's not working for the people of Guam.
Right. Well, Mayor.
And it's not coming fast enough. It's not coming fast enough. And if it's coming, and because it's not coming fast enough, there are excuses. And I'm sorry that I have to say it, but it is. It's an excuse. It's an excuse whether it's coming from the Mayor's Council of Guam, whether it's coming from any other agency. It's an excuse if it's not coming fast enough. Because again, our people don't deserve this type of recovery. Certainly not. I mean, if we knew, if all we were doing was, if our eyes were gazed on the Weather Channel, our eyes were gazed on the meteorologists' reporting pre-storm. You should have already been considering that post-storm, all of this was going to happen. And so who was going to come help? China? Might as well, because FEMA's here. But if FEMA's here, what are we doing? We're taking pictures. I'm sure there's more I can tell you, but there are two things. One, thank goodness my phone needed to get charged so I could be in the air condition so I could calm down and not have a heart attack.
Well, deep breaths, Mayor. We're all taking them more and more frequently these days.
Yeah, we are. And you know what? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what else to say other than, and thank you for taking my call, because I feel like I don't know who else is going to hear me to say, hey, our people are not, I don't want to say they're not clamoring, because they probably are in other villages. And thank you to the people of Piti for being so patient. But I just feel that, the recovery isn't as quick enough in a storm. And pre-storm, we were prepared. I just wish we would have acted quicker, and I wish that we continue to act as swiftly as possible. If anything else comes to mind, I'll let you know. But at this point, I don't know what else.
Yeah. No, that's a lot, and a lot of work to get to, and enough talking, enough planning.
Yeah.
We want to see the people out there getting the assistance now.
For sure.
Thank you, Nick. Be safe out there.